Hey everyone, let's talk about horror movies. Personally, I feel like most horror movies are, I don't know, like I always say, hit or miss. They're either good or they're repetitive and trash. But horror has many different genres. My personal favorite, and obviously the best one, is slashers. So, what I love about slashers is that you can divide them into two different categories. One, you have the main, slow walking, almost indestructible, no talking, no nonsense serial killers or slashers like Michael and Jason Voorhees. And on the other side, you have killers like Ghostface and Art the Clown, who are not as serious and they're not as indestructible. They're just humans, really. So, but we're gonna talk about how both of them work. They both instill a different kind of fear when it comes to, killing their victims and stuff like that. So let's start with my favorites, Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers. They're like the OG slashers, the classic unstoppable killing machine type. And they give this sense of dread, like they're coming, they're gonna get you, and there's basically nothing you can do about it unless you get some ass pull and somehow kill them. But let's talk about backstory first. Let's lay down the groundwork. First, we got Jason Voorhees, the hockey mask killer from Friday the 13th. Jason has a tragic and kind of stupid backstory because he drowned at Camp Crystal Lake while the counselors were too busy partying. But it was nighttime though. I'm positive it was nighttime. So that's kind of his fault. I mean, what are you doing near the lake at nighttime? You're supposed to be asleep, but we're not gonna get into that. His mom started taking revenge, but eventually she died. Then Jason rose from the lake to finish what she started, punishing anyone who dared to visit the camp. He doesn't talk, he doesn't run, he's pretty much immortal. Even if you kill him, he's just gonna come back. It's like a natural law at this point. And you have Michael Myers, the silent, just like Jason, silent, emotionless killer, masked, all of that from the Halloween franchise. He has a similar vibe, but he has a different backstory. When he was 6, he murdered his sister with no reason at all, just for pure evil. And then he was locked up for years and years. Then he broke out of prison and returned to his hometown, and then started hunting his other sister, Lori, I don't remember her name. Yes, Lori. He doesn't have a reason to kill, but he just kills because that's what differentiates him from Jason. Because at least Jason is, going for revenge, but Michael is just evil. He's just evil. And yeah, so just like Jason too, he doesn't talk, he doesn't run, he never runs anywhere. That's become like his main thing, and he's kind of just unstoppable, just like Jason as well. Now with these two, it's not about why they're killing, it's just the fact that they are killing. There's no way to stop them. I guess they're not people anymore. They're unstoppable forces, like an actual nightmare come to life. And also, like, this side of slashers, they just have this kind of aura to them that just makes them lovable, really. As you can see in this clip, I'm pretty sure Michael was attacking Lori in her house, and she sort of turned it around, trapped him somewhere, and then lit the house on fire. And then you have the firemen rush in, trying to put out the fire. I don't know, I guess they don't know Michael is in there, but they try to put out the fire, and he proceeds to kill them. But the way he walks out, and it's just wow, just the aura, you could just feel it through the screen. It's amazing. But with all the jokes aside, this clip just shows how indestructible Michael is. He's like an unstoppable force, kind of like LeBron James, if you ask me. And I could try to find a clip for Jason, but when you think about it, they're both the same killer, and this is exactly how Jason acts too. He has these cold entrances. He's just cold through and through. And the way Michael and Jason move just instill the fear of the unavoidable. kind of like death. You know it's coming, you know it's gonna get you, but you never know how or like when or where. That just makes it more scarier. And there's this clip from the Jason versus Freddy collab movie or whatever. Never watched it because I don't know, I was young back then. Was I young? I don't know. But in the clip you can see Freddy try his hardest to damage or slow down Jason, but that's not working. And you can also see Jason throw some heavy blows at Freddy, but he's more scared than Jason, which that's a whole conversation for a whole different video. Because if Freddy is like a supernatural being from dreams, does him being in the real world make him like killable? I don't know. But anyways, story short, these two guys are both unstoppable forces and immovable objects. It would be really cool if they get a movie together, but we're not getting that. But now let's switch it up a bit and talk about the lame ass side of slashers. Ghostface from the Scream franchise, and Art the Clown from the Terrifier franchise. These guys are way different from the other two. For one, they're both human, or well, mostly, because based on the third movie they're saying Art might be supernatural, which we don't really know, and that makes them way more unpredictable. First, let's talk about their backstories. Ghostface isn't really a character itself, it's more like a persona, and more than a single. It's taken by different people in each movie, each with their own twisted, sick motives. The original Ghostface was actually two people, Billy Loomis and Stu Macker, who wanted revenge and a bit of infamy. And each new Ghostface keeps you guessing because you never know who's behind the mask this time, which adds to the layer of mystery. And as for Art the Clown, he's just a freak who likes to kill. I don't think he has a backstory. Yeah, I tried doing research. He doesn't have a backstory, and that makes him creepier. He's like a mime like clown who just kills for his own twisted fun. No motive, no remorse, and it has been hinted he might be supernatural, but as far as we know, he's just a sick human who likes to kill and mock his victims. That's all we know for now. In this clip, you can see how different like Ghostface kills, how different his method of killing is compared to Jason and Michael. When it comes to Jason, or well, I'm tired of saying both of their names. When it comes to them, it's like they're coming straight at you 90% of the time. Like, they're coming, you try to run, you trip over air. We've all seen it. It happens. But when it comes to Ghostface, he's just human. He goes up against his victims. Some of them might win and kill him. So what he does, he tries to sneak up on you, dirty tricks, all of that. We know it. And another thing about this other side of slasher is that it's not like, okay, Halloween and the Friday the 13th is like serious. It's all horror, people dying, my kid died, I gotta revenge him, whatnot. But when it comes to Scream and Terrifier, there's like, you will watch it, from 1 second you go from being disgusted because there's a lot of gore in these kind of movies. Well, I mean, it's slasher, but then the next second you'll be laughing your ass off because the killers will do the dumbest stuff ever, or somebody will do the dumbest stuff ever, and it'll just have you laughing. So now, what makes each of these slashers, or each slasher or killers, what makes them effective? I think it comes down to the type of fear they bring out. Jason and Michael, they play on this fear of inevitability. He brings out this fear of inevitability. Holy shit. Hold on.
Inevitability.
Alright, well, y'all got that. They bring out this fear of the inevitability, like their death itself. Like I said, they just keep coming. You can't escape them because, I mean, they're immortal. And it's that kind of feeling of being hunted by something bigger than you, something you can't reason with. I mean, they don't stop or stop them. On the other hand, Ghostface and Art bring out the fear of the unknown. of what another person is capable of. It's like, you could be anyone, your friend, your neighbor, it could be your wife, your husband, your daughter, anyone. But in the end, both types are terrifying in their own way to, different people, I guess. And that's what makes slasher movies so cool. Jason and Michael gives us that supernatural, like myth like dread where survival feels impossible. And meanwhile, Ghostface and Art brings horror like down to earth, making you feel like something that could happen. And yeah, that is basically it. Shout out to my editor. I love him so much.